Head shake is enabled. Hello, hello. Air Carl Bear flight today during the New York event from Newark, New Jersey to Chicago. We're flying on a VATSIM big event going on today. New York live, I guess they call it. Here I am at Newark Liberty Airport in lovely Newark, New Jersey. And there in the background is New York City in all its glory. Anyways, should be about a 2-hour flight today. I'm going to get things started pretty quickly here and see how soon we can get on. I do have a block time of, I believe, 21:09, so that is 9 past. So I'm going to get this thing started up now before spend too much time. So let's go ahead and batteries on, ground power on. Let's just make sure everything's firing there. We're going to get a little bit of lighting in here. It is getting towards later today. Emergency lights on. I'm going to start with the IRS alignment. Everything else is good. Let's go ahead, turn the wheel well lights on, turn the strobe light on. We have HOTAS here. I'm going to go ahead and tune in Newark Tower, which is a 18.3. Let's go ahead and get that in now. I am a little curious. We do have one question on our departure. We need to figure out which departure they're going to have us go out on. So I'm also going to double check, make sure my flight plan is in. Let's go ahead and load up my flight plan. Yep, our flight plan is in. Perfect, so that is where it wants to be. Thought I heard tower, did not. Let's make sure there's no clearance.
Newark Tower, United 869, request 868.
United 869, well, you can taxi Alpha to the ramp. As soon as you make the left off of Alpha, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, Roger, United 869.
Ice Air 623, welcome to Newark. You can cross street right at Charlie, then taxi the ramp via Alpha, monitor the frequency.
Let's get this thing started here.
Crossing to right by Charlie, Alpha to the ramp, monitor the frequency, I said 680.
So let's set our position here, get the alignment going. We're going from Newark International Airport, KEWR. And we will be going from Newark to Chicago O'Hare, KORD. We are United Airlines, UAL 1180 today. I already have fuel loaded. We've got 32,100 pounds of people, 18,000 pounds of fuel. This is all from my SimBrief flight plan, which we can see here. So we have 18,000 pounds of fuel and oops, that's not what I want to do. 18,000 pounds of fuel, 32,000 pounds of people, and it gives us takeoff weight around 140,000.7. So we are good to go there. And just to make sure we are loaded that way. Perfect. A little bit heavy on the takeoff weight, not exactly sure why. It's a little bit of disconnect between SimBrief and the channel, SimBrief and Zibo, but not a big deal. 700 pounds isn't going to kill us, hopefully. Anyways, let's see. So for our routings, the question we actually have before we get going is which departure are they going to take? So there are a couple departures out of Newark. There is the most likely we'll be taking this Newark 4 departure off 22 left, 22 right. I believe there's a chance they can give us the port 4 departure, so that's what we have to call. Once we get that, then we'll be able to put it in. It's actually a very, very easy flight plan today. Flight plan is simply
Newark Tower, United 1702, holding short Alpha
Newark
on
to
Romeo
Cote,
Charlie.
take the Quebec 436 airway
United
to Emma. Emma, we're going to take the
1702
Windy 9,
Tower,
likely
squawk,
landing westbound
2356,
in Chicago
requesting
on
frequency.
runway 10 Central Center. That's what they're showing over in
2356, United
on flight
1702.
radar. I checked a little earlier. Obviously, if ATC comes on, we'll check during the flight to see if anything changes. But anyways, that's it. Let's go ahead and get some clearance here in a second.
22 right via
Confirm
Bravo,
exactly how
Romeo
they want us to
Whiskey
get
for
out of
United
here,
1702.
and then we'll go. We're gonna have flight level 380 today. Let's go ahead and call up ATC here and get our clearance. Newark Tower, good day. United 1180 requesting a clearance over to Chicago O'Hare with Kilo.
United 1180 Tower, hello, clear to the Chicago O'Hare Airport, port 4 departure, radar vectors coach, then as filed. Maintain 2,500, expect flight level 380, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequencies 119.2, squawk 2364.
All right, clear to Chicago O'Hare via Port 4 departure, Cote transition. Maintain at 2,500 feet. Expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure. Departure is on 19.2 and we'll be squawking 2364, United 1180.
United 1180, read back correct.
All right, perfect. So we are taking Port 4. So we'll see what that means. I actually don't know. So let's take a look here at our table here. We'll be taking the Port 4 RNAV departure. So all that means is, so if we take Port 4 to Cote, we're going to go to the BDR VOR direct Cote, which is a little interesting because the BDR VOR is way out here. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go. I think basically what we want to do is we're going to climb out via Port 4 and kind of see what happens. Because to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. So let's program it in, see what happens, and go from there. Let's see. So let's set the departure. Take the Port 4. Cote is actually not on there, so we're going to have put no transition on there. I'm going to take a 22 right. And then we will take the, oops, sorry. Let's finish this out. So Port 4 to Port. So I'm going to pop it up here to make it a little easier for me. Here we go. So we're going to take Port 4 to Port. I assume at some point from here we'll get radar vectors to Cote up here, which is basically what they said. They said according to this, it says from Cote expect vectors to the BDR VOR and then direct to Cote, which is interesting because the BDR VOR is way out, Bridgeport VOR is way out here. So I'm not quite sure how that works, but I'm not going to worry too much about it for now. So we're just going to go ahead and take Port 4 departure, and then we're going to take radar vectors to Cote. Let's close this for now. Radar vectors to Cote, which is
United
Charlie
1704,
Oscar
North wind is
Alpha
150
Tango
at 4, I'm going to shoot you right away,
Echo.
clear for takeoff.
Then we will take the
Clear for takeoff, runway 22 right at Whiskey, United 1702.
436 to Emma, which is E Echo Mike Alpha, and then we will take the arrival. Let's expect the 10 center via the Windy 9 Emma transition. Execute. Let's take a look at this. So if we go ahead and put this back on, put this onto plan, peel this out just a little bit. So what is going to happen here, if everything goes the way we expect, is here's the Navigraph charts up here. Here is the coat is where we're trying to go. We're going to take the port 4, which means we're going to climb out here to VATSIM, do not exceed 220 knots. Let's see here, there we go, to VATSIM, then right turn to port. Then we will go to coat, and then we'll take the coat onto the Quebec 436 all the way out here to Emma, which I think I just skipped, but Emma, and then the windy arrival, that looks good. And we expect the vectors to the ILS 10 center. So we'll go north of Chicago, hang a left turn, enter the downwind on the left-hand side, make a left turn base, and then intercept the ILS into 10 center at Chicago. Don't think we have ATC coverage over in Chicago, but that's okay. Let's see, I'm going to set our departure frequency and squawk down here.
1702, contact departure.
We are at 19.
Departure for United 1702. Good day.
Decimal 2. That will be a departure. Our squawk they gave us as 2, 3, 6, 4. Okay, and let's get this thing ready to go. So let's finish our init here. Init, there's our weights. Reserves today are going to be, let's just use here, we can see where everything's coming from. Alright, reserves are going to be 3.5 plus 2.2, so we'll call that 5.8. Cost index today of 35. We'll be cruising at 380. Top of climb wind is expected to be where's our top of climb here? Here it is. Top of climb expected to be 238.036, so 238. A little bit of a headwind. Not too bad. ISADEV at the top of climb is supposed to be -3 centigrade. And there we go. Alright, looking good. Perfinit is done. N1 limit. We have our outside air temperature. We are going to actually be at a 59 degree assumed temperature, 22K. We have did the performance even, and we're going to take performance off of whiskey, but we should be okay. Takeoff, laps 5. Our CG 142, 142, 142. Taking off 22 right. And the trim is 477. Let's go ahead and set that now. Close enough. Alright, and let's get ready to go here. Let's get the rest set up here. We'll close this. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we have fuel. Let's go ahead and turn on the seatbelt. Seatbelt signs. Turn on the chimes. We have lighting. Go ahead and turn the yaw damper on. Go ahead and turn one fuel pump on for now as we get ready to fire up the APU. We'll trim air on. Packs to auto. Isolation valve is open. I'm going to go ahead and start the APU up now. You know what I should also do? Let's open some doors here. So we'll go ahead and open some doors. Go ahead and start the flight leg. Pumps on, APU's coming, so we will be at flight level 380 as we mentioned. The altitude at Chicago is, I don't know. Altitude at Chicago is 666 feet, so we'll go ahead and put our landing altitude at 700 feet. 650, good enough. APU is up. Let's go ahead and get APU on the bus. APU gen is alive. Looks good. Alright, so we have V2 of 142. And let's just check a couple things here on the departure chart, shall we? Actually, I'm going to do it this way. It's a little easier. Yeah, how come my avatab's not popping open? Port 4. Alright, so initial climb heading at 219. So we'll go ahead and put the 219 in here. There we go. Oh, let's get the altimeter also, 2977. And that's really all we need.
Tower Jazz 7744 with you, G2 left.
Jazz 7744 tower, hello, the wind's 16007, I'm like 22 left, 0.
We're going to G2 left, Jazz 7744.
Initial climb is 2,500 feet.
There, tower, Brick 3434, gate 63, IFR to Reagan.
Bridgeyard 3434, Newark Tower, hello. Cleared to the National Airport. Port 4 departure, Biggie transition on as filed. Maintain 2,500. Expect flight level 220, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.2, squawk 2357.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we got 2357 in the box. Can you give us that routing again? We weren't aware that it was getting changed.
I mean, it really wasn't, but it's the Port 4 departure, Biggie transition, then it's filed.
We got about another 10 minutes till our block time. I don't think they care. They haven't told me that I have a specific block time. I'm going to hold out for just a little longer. Get a few more lights on here in the...
Okay, 4-4 departure, Biggie transition, Breaker at 3434, and we'll be squawking... Squawk 2357, 2357.
Bridgeyard 3434, read back correct.
We're all set there, all set here. This is looking good. It's looking good. I'm going to turn a couple more lights down here. Let's go ahead and call up. We will take the chocks off, disconnect the GPU. Let's Go ahead and call better pushback. I assume we will back out this way. No other aircraft here, so we should be good here.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Alright, let's go ahead and get the truck up.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Fuel flow reset. What I just got to be careful of is because we're expecting vectors to coat, it's going to get a little tricky as we pop out of here because I got to make sure I don't wait too long before contacting a departure. So that's one thing to think about. Not too worried about it, but it's one of those things.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, so we'll give it another minute or two. I'm going to go ahead and close this door here. Let's take another look outside. Truck is connecting up. There we are, New York City. No other aircraft around us, which is good. Let's go to the airport so we know how we're going to get out of here. So here we are. We are expecting to get to the Whiskey intersection here for departure. Shouldn't be a big deal.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, so we will release the parking brake in a second. We're not quite ready for that. I just want to do another quick review of our flight plan, make sure everything there looks
Jet
good.
7744, welcome to Newark. You can cross 23 November, then taxi Papa Alpha, then Alpha to the ramp, monitor this frequency.
Alright, Grid Cross 22 right, taxi via Papa Alpha, monitor you for 7744.
Alright, we'll give it another minute or two, and then we are going to head on out.
Direct Tower Experimental Legacy, November 8 Delta Lima is with you requesting IFL to Poland. Philadelphia, sorry.
November 8 Delta Lima Tower. I'll call you back in a second. There's a controller change happening.
Alright, well, they'll definitely be holding out now. There's a controller change going on, so that's fine. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Let's just wait for that. Looks like we have 590 pounds in the center tank, which is odd, but that's okay. We will pop on the center pumps once we get in the air. Let's go ahead and start closing some doors down here. Go ahead and close the cargo doors, close the service door, we'll close the entry door. See how our passengers are doing back here. Everybody looking, oh, there we go. Lovely crew, lovely gang we have on board here. Okay, let's look out the windows here. Let's close this for now. Awesome. It's always exciting to fly in and around New York City. I did get the Drzecki New York scenery just earlier. I figured, what the heck, we're flying in and out of here. It's very, very good. Thankfully, I have a computer that can handle it.
And November
should be
8
good.
Delta Lima, for your clearance, you can contact ground point 8. He'll be up in a sec. He's up now, actually. Ground point 8 for your clearance.
No, sounds like ground is coming
Yeah,
on.
he just appeared. I'll go on there. 128. 128.
So it looks like we have Newark ground online, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in 121.8. So let's go ahead and get 121.8 in for Newark ground. So we'll flip back to tower in a second.
And Legacy 8 Delta Lima, Newark Ground, good evening, sir. You requesting your clearance, is that what you asked for?
Check the HOTAS.
Affirmative, IFR to Philadelphia.
Still kilo, so that's good. Alright.
And 8 Delta Lima on request, standby. And 8 Delta Lima, Newark Ground.
Alright.
You able to accept a rerouting down there?
Go ahead, 8 Delta Lima.
I'm going to wait for them for this clearance to get through, new clearance to get through, and then I'm going to, well, you know what, I can go ahead and start pushing right now if I really wanted to.
And November 8 Delta Lima, you're cleared to Philadelphia International Airport. Port 4 departure. Biggie transition. Direct Victor 3. Direct Mike Zulu.
The APU
India,
bleeds on.
Echo.
No duct pressure. Oopsie.
Maintain
Would have been bad.
maintain 2,500, expect 8,000 feet, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency, standby, I'm just getting here. Departure frequency is 128.55, squawk 2 tree.
8 Delta Lima, cleared to Philadelphia, Port 4. Departure, Biggie transition.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start the push.
Direct Victor 3, and then Maisie, and then Coda 3,500.
Starting pushback, and you may start
8,000 after
engine.
10 minutes. Frequency, I think, was 128.55, and squawk was 2333.
November 8 Delta Lima, readback is correct. You can push start at your discretion. 22 right at Whiskey for departure tonight. And
I'm
call
going
for taxi.
to fire up engine number 2.
Call for taxi, 8 Delta Lima.
Oh, crap. Got to turn our packs off. Packs are off. Now we'll fire up engine number 2. Alrighty, engine number 2 coming on.
Exit row responsibilities on the safety car. If you're unable or prefer not to perform these functions, please contact the flight attendant. Be happy to find you another seat. Thank you for your attention and welcome on.
Alright, engine 2 stabilized. Let's go ahead and fire up engine numero 1.
In just a moment, we'd like to direct your attention to the video screens located throughout the aircraft. For a brief look at important safety messages about the safety features, please.
Oops, let's go ahead and introduce some fuel. Engine number 1 coming on.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All 4 fuel pumps are on. Engine gens on. Alright, starts are good. Let's go ahead and set our stars to continuous. Anti-collision light is already on. The wheel well lights off. See ya, buddy. ISO valve to auto. APU bleed off. APU off.
And your ground, November 8th, Delta Lima Legacy with Kilo is ready for taxi.
Probe heats are on. Looks like we are good up here. We're going to go ahead and reset flaps 5.
And bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Discretion off the ramp there. If you want to go northbound off the ramp on uniform and pick up whiskey, hold short of 22 right.
Okay, yeah, we'll go northbound and pick up the uniform and whiskey.
Now we're going to figure out how we're going to get to whiskey. I've never really done too much taxiing here with busy ATC, so it should be interesting.
Grand Alaska 375, clearance San Francisco
So
with
we'll wait
Lima.
for this call, and then we'll be good to go.
Alaska 375, New York, good evening, sir. Are you able to accept the port 4 departure time?
Yeah, we can accept that.
Alaska 375, you are cleared to San Francisco International Airport. Port 4 departure. Grecki transition. Then as filed. Stand by. Can amend that. Alaska 375, cleared San Francisco International Airport. Port 4 departure. Radar vectors. Grecki. Then as filed. Maintain 2,500 to expect flight level 310 minutes after departure. Actually, I got to get you up to an even altitude, so either 300 or 320 for that routing. And you can expect that 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is going to be 12855. Squawk 2337. Let me know about that altitude.
Alright, Alaska 375, quit San Francisco via the port departure, Grecki transition, then it's 500. We'll do level 320, and departure's on 12855, squawk 2337.
Alaska 375, read back to correct. You can push the start of your discretion, 22 right at whiskey for departure, call for taxi.
No.
22 right at Whiskey, Alaska 375.
And Newark ground for KEWR 3434, pushed off the gates, ready to taxi.
I got to get myself out of here somehow.
KEWR 3434, Newark ground, good evening, sir. You can pilot 22 right at whiskey, pilot discretion off the ramp, left Bravo, Romeo, hold short of whiskey.
Left Bravo, Romeo, right on the whiskey, hold short 22 right, we're at KEWR 3434.
Alright, so it looks like it's going to be
And Legacy 8 Delta
Bravo,
Lima, holding short of
Romeo,
22 right, you can contact departure
whiskey.
2855. Have a great flight.
So is tower offline? Tower's still online. Alright.
Legacy at Delta Lima is holding short 22 right.
And Legacy 8 Delta Lima, you still with me?
FM.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I'm just getting on here. We've got a lot of controllers on. So tower is on 18.3. You can go to them now and stand by. Departure, my fault, sir, is going to be 119.2. Have a great flight.
Okay, 118.3 and 119.2 after that. Thank you. Thanks for your help.
Newark ground, good day, United 1180, ready for taxi.
United 1180, runway 22 right at whiskey. Pilot discretion off the ramp there. You can taxi left Bravo, Romeo, hold short of whiskey.
Alright, pilot discretion off the ramp, then Bravo, Romeo, then whiskey, United 1180. Alrighty, so it looks like we can do whatever we want as long as we end up on Bravo.
And attention all aircraft on frequency. If I've cleared you already, my apologies. Tower is online, and if I gave you a departure frequency, it was wrong. So amend your departure frequency. Everybody on this frequency, your departure is 119.2.
So I'm going to go ahead and take Romeo Foxtrot, which should be straight ahead, and then angle left here on Bravo to Romeo. So let's just make sure there's no aircraft crossing. Looking pretty clear here. Good. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Get myself onto Bravo. Looks like we have an aircraft in front of us there. Nice, an aircraft coming in, 22 left.
Newark ground, good afternoon. United 1122 requesting service to Cape Town.
That's a long flight. So
And
passing
1122 Newark ground,
Lima.
sir, on request number 1, standby.
This is this whiskey? No, this can't be. That's labeled incorrectly. This is Mike. This is Mike. This is Yankee. There we go. Here's whiskey. I'm gonna go ahead and flip to tower.
Hold shot to 2 right, speed 189.
New York Tower, good afternoon. West 130, ILS 22 left. West 130, tower, the wind's 1606, 22 left, clear to land. Clear to land, 22 left, West 130. Brickyard 3434, it's 1606, 22 right at whiskey, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 3434.
United 1180, tower, the wind's 1606, 22 right at whiskey, line up and wait, traffic says 777's gonna cross ahead.
Line up and wait, and we'll wait for the 777 to cross in front of me. Alright, line up and wait. Go ahead and get all our lights on.
Seabird 189 heavy, cross 22 right at November, ground, 0.8 vacated.
Roger, cross 22 right November, and we'll contact you and vacate. Speed 169. 189,
3434, contact departure.
Roger, good day.
And Seabird 189 heavy, contact ground 0.8.
Alright, there's the
Ground point
crossing in front of me.
United 1180, traffic to 71, who's 4 miles for the parallel, and Runway 22 right at Whiskey, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, United 1180. Alright, let's go.
West wind 3130, traffic 73 departing the parallel.
Alright, we are at TARA. Lights are set.
Cessna 43 Zulu traffic, the
Let's go.
71 who's 3 miles for 22 left, report the traffic teacher sequence.
We're looking for the traffic, and Cessna 430.
November 43 Zulu, thanks for changing downwind all.
Go ahead and engage Toga. Off we go.
Alright, I just received
80 knots.
80 knots.
From someone outside of the game, but what did you say for 430?
November 43 Zulu,
I already
thanks
extended.
for downwind all call to base.
Right, we'll extend her down until you call the base. This is 430.
V1. Rotate.
V1, rotate. Up we go.
Positive rate.
Positive rate, gear up.
$400.
400 feet.
United 1180, contact departure.
Over to departure, United 1180. Go ahead
November
and
43 Zulu, base is at your
1,000.
discretion, caution wake turbulence has recently landed 7-1.
quick left and a quick right, and then we'll see where we go from there. Go ahead and bug up. Flap 1 speed.
1,000 to go.
Departure, United 1180, passing 1,700 feet, climbing 2,500 feet.
United 1180, New York departure, radar contact. Turn right heading 330, climb and maintain 8,000.
Right heading 330, climb maintain 8,000, United 1180. Alrighty, let's get ourselves up to
Brickyard 3434, contact New York
8,000.
departure 126.8, have a good flight.
And we'll go right heading
26.8, good night.
330. Gonna go ahead and go flaps 1. Go ahead and go flaps clean. Let's go ahead and get ourselves up to 8,000 feet, heading 330. Go ahead and activate VNav. I think we can, yeah, we can climb at 250. So nose should dip down a little bit.
New York departure 212 from.
November 212, Bravo Kilo, New York departure, good evening, wind 2206, runway 19er, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 19er, Peterborough for 212 rounds.
Alrighty, let's see what our next instruction is here. Continuing our climb up here to 8,000 feet.
In that 1180, turn 10 degrees right, climb and maintain 10,000.
10 degrees to the right, and we'll climb to 10,000. United 1180. So we'll go 3 240. And we will go to 10,000 feet. Alrighty, so far so good. No issues.
United 1180, contact New York departure 126.8, have a good flight.
26.8, United 1180. Good day. Have a good one. 6.8. So let's go switch over to 26.8.
Thousand to go.
Departure, good day. United 1180, 10,000 feet, holding 10,000 feet, heading 340.
And then 1180 New York departure, direct coat, turn left 10 degrees, direct coat, climb maintain 17,000.
Left 10 degrees, direct coat, and 17,000, United 1180. Alright, so left 10 degrees back, and up to 17,000. And we could go direct coat.
They're jet November 8 Delta being contact the Philadelphia approach on 128.4.
Move to approach 128.4 right now, fine.
Have not been cleared to standard yet, so we will continue to keep the altimeter. We are above 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and our lights off. Starts to auto. 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get our gear into the lock position, off position. Alrighty, up we go.
It's nothing but smooth rides and no aircraft ahead of you. Contact New York Center on 125.32. Take care.
25.32, United 1180. Thanks for your help. Have a good one.
Take care.
Alrighty, 2532.
You too.
New York Center, United 924, heavy, well, 390.
Yeah, 924 New York Center, how you doing?
Well, how's yourself?
Not too bad.
Center, United 1180, 15,800 feet, climbing 17,000 feet.
1,000 to go.
United 1180 New York Center, how you doing? Climb maintain flight level 380.
Flight level 380, United 1180. Okay, let's get us all the way up to where we need to be.
Rickyard 3434. Trish, please at 12,000.
Alrighty, there we go. Cleared the flight level, so we'll go ahead and set standard, and up we go.
Rickyard 3434 New York Center.
Up we go to flight level 380.
34, go ahead.
Rickyard 3434 across Trish, and maintain 12,000. Altimeter 2978.
Trish, 1-2, 3434.
New York Center, American 2246 with you. Flight level 190, information Yankee.
American 2246, New York Center, thanks for Yankee. Descend maintain 1000.
Down at 11,000, American 2246.
Hitting some clouds here. Doesn't look too bad though. The anti-eyes off for a second. Very short. Yep. Excellent looking. Love it. I'm not sure. This is not the most interesting screens. Let's go ahead and.
Louis 459 cross Jim's at 8,000. The Philadelphia altimeter again 2977.
I'm gonna go ahead and get the
Assumes that 8,000.
Chicago.
Full 59.
Chicago charts up. So
Triple 459. I'm sorry. Just verify that read back. Jim's at 8,000. Jim's at 8,000. Zeppelin 459.
we'll be taking Windy 9 from Emma. So we'll be coming in basically this way. Here's Emma. Expect flight level 320 at Emma. We will make sure that's in here. Don't know if it is. It is not. So we'll go ahead and change that, and that should change the rest of the flight plan. But let's get to
American 2246, contacting you for approach 125.7. Have a great day.
Let's get to where we need to go first.
25-7, you too, American 2246.
Do a bit of a flight to go, so we can get ourselves up to 380 before we worry about it. Increase a little bit of volume here on the inside of the aircraft. A little quiet. Perfect. Let's see if I can adjust some volume here as well. I think this is actually pretty good. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about that. Alright, I think we're good. There we go. That is nice. Alright, go ahead and increase the range here. And then we are going to increase the range here a lot. I'm going to turn the weather radar on, turn airports and weather radar on. Not that I anticipate any weather. And on this side, let's go ahead and turn the terrain map on. Let's get our heading bug lined up.
Triple 459, contact New York, Philadelphia approach, 128.4. Approach 128.4, Triple 459. American 2181, contact Cleveland Center 134.9.
Cleveland Center's on, so that's good. We'll at least get into Cleveland.
Say again for 2181.
Cabin altitude.
Contact Cleveland Center 134.9.
Oh crap, I've got to turn my packs on. Alright, so that should get that fixed pretty soon.
We'll see ya. Later.
Forgot to turn my packs back on. That's bad. Our guys are probably hurting back there, but hopefully, there we go. Sorry everybody in the back. That was bad. But that's why we have warnings. Everybody hopefully got their masks out. And I'm glad we didn't black out. But that's good. So packs are now on. Yikes. Let's check up here, shall we? Pumps are on. You know, we have a little gas in the center fuel tanks. Let's go ahead and burn that off by turning the center fuel tanks on. So that gets to 0.
34, you have the restriction, correct?
We have packs are auto. ISO valve is auto. Engine bleeds are on. Cabin altitude is climbing. Thank God. All right, that
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you
was
said speed
embarrassing.
restriction. Yes, Trish 12000, Victor 3434. I'm starting the descent now.
Okay, great. Thank you. Just wanted to know.
Well, you know what? That's why we have checklists, and why when I forgot to look at them, that's what happened. Anyways, we're better off now. So we are go ahead and it'll take just a few minutes to burn off that fuel in the center tank, then we'll turn the center fuel tanks off. So center fuel pumps off. But yeah, good for warning lights and good for a Zibo for making sure they're implemented, so we don't have horrible problems. See how we're doing out here. Wow, look at that. Nice. Here's our window view. Very good. Looks like a smooth flight too. Very good. Off we go, approaching the lake.
Rickyard 3434, contact Washington Center, 133.72. See you later.
3372, good day.
Alright, so everybody in the back is hopefully breathing properly now. We've had the air temperature. Yeah. Not my finest. That's okay. There we go. Where exactly are we? Let's take a look. Not sure where we are. I'm not too familiar with the East Coast here, so whoops. We are. Guessing this is some part of western New York. Oh, maybe over Pennsylvania already. That's Scranton Wilkes-Barre, I believe. Williamsport, yeah. So we are well into Pennsylvania. Yeah, I guess we fly south of Pennsylvania. Of western New York, excuse me. So we're going to cut across here. Cleveland Center appears to be online, so we'll take that. Hopefully they'll give us early descent instructions into Chicago. You know what, I'm going to actually check to see if Chicago's online. Maybe Chicago's actually online. Would be nice. But it doesn't look like it today, or as of right now. Chicago Center's offline. Cleveland Center is online, though, so we should be getting Cleveland Center shortly. And I think we will. Let me look at my flight plan here. Let me see if we'll get descent instructions within Cleveland, because that will make our lives easier. Well, according to this, we will not. So. That's alright. Looks like we'll be in Toronto Center for half a second. I'm not sure if they'll flip us over or not.
Good afternoon, New York Center. American 331 climbing to 15,000 up to 19,000.
American 331, New York Center, good afternoon. Climbing things out of 320.
Up to 320, American 331.
Alright, we're approaching top of climb here. Oh, some little darker clouds here. These are less happy looking clouds. going to go ahead and turn on some anti-ice here. Let's get our stars to continue. Let's turn the engine anti-ice on. Oh, yeah, maybe not. Who needs anti-ice? You can see straight through these clouds. Look at that. All the way to the ground. It's a nice view.
United 924, contact Boston Center 134.7.
We're done 34, so United. We're heavy. We'll have high Gotti.
Okay, I got E.
Alright, looks like flight level 368. Getting up there, go, go, go. Pretty stiff headwind here.
United 1180, contact Cleveland Center 134.9er and wish him a happy birthday coming.
Alright, 34.90 and give a happy birthday from New York Center. United 1180.
1,000 to go.
So, 34.9er.
Be United 1702, contact Indy Center now 119.55.
100.55, United 1702.
Cleveland Center, good day. United 1180, leveling off at flight level 380, and a happy birthday from New York Center.
United 1180, Cleveland Center. Welcome. Delta 2124, sir, what was your next waypoint?
So I know 2124, we're going to go ahead, just the way these thunderstorms are moving, we're going to go direct MAV, which is Mike Alpha, Triple Victor, and the Top Gun arrival.
And Delta 2124, watch it descend via the Top Gun 1 arrival.
Fuel tanks are empty, so I'm going to go ahead and
2977.
turn those off and we should be good.
2977 descend via the Top Gun 1 arrival, Delta 2124.
Alrighty, we'll set our heading bug, our turn angle to 10 degrees.
November 7 Whiskey Tango, fly heading at 010, vectors to final.
010 for final, November 7 Whiskey Tango.
And let's see here, so...
Afternoon, Cleveland Center, Air 67. 7 cracking for 7,000.
It's going to drop pretty quick.
XSR 67 Cleveland Center, expect the ILS runway 6 left approach. Cleveland Hopkins altimeter 2981.
So this says Emma windy 9. It says here Emma expect flight level 320, but I think if you're taking, I'm not sure how to read this, because this clearly is not 380 at Emma. This says 380 at Emma, and this is saying expect flight level 320. So I'm not exactly sure how that works. Let's see if there's some information here from Windy, blah 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 blah. Nope, that doesn't tell me much either.
American 200 contact New York Center 125.32.
Not exactly sure how this works. Let me see here. Dixon to Emma. So I think it's because we're coming in this way, it'll be a slightly different, but let's see.
Central Aircraft, New York Center, stepping away for about 2 minutes.
So this says River, expect flight level 200. Is that in there? Nope, so it's still at 380 there. I don't see how we can go from 38,000 feet to... Where is Pappy? So River, Python, Windy, Fiver, Ernie, Pappy, landing west, that's not us. So Pappy at 180, that's kind of high, I think. So I'm not too fond of this descent path. So, I think I'm going to punch in slightly revised descent. So I'm going to go ahead and put 32. Well, I wonder if I just put in this 20,000 feet at River. That would. How's that going to look? Maybe I just won't execute it. So if I do flight level here, so that would give me. So it still puts me. So the problem is, it's this 18,000 foot restriction at Pappy. That's it's kind of weird because I'm not quite sure why it has that. This looks like a pretty steep descent, but gets us.
November 7 Whiskey Tango, descend and maintain 3,000.
Gets us to Bambi.
So maintain 3,000.
At 6,700 feet, which seems high. I think we want to be close, but then it gets us to Rudder at 4,000, which is exactly where we want to be. So you know what? I suppose we could keep it.
November Romeo Lima 475.
Let's go ahead and keep it for now.
Wind 1205, runway 15, clear to land.
We'll go ahead and keep it.
I lost your on-radar contact on you.
Just seems like a pretty... I guess it's a lot further than it looks on the map.
So 2124, vacating 360.
We'll see if we get some instructions. I don't think we will. I think we'll be out of Cleveland airspace by then, but who knows?
Cleveland Center, November 17 Golf Bravo.
November 17 Golf Bravo, New York Center. Cleveland Center, my apologies.
Hi, good evening. How do you read? 17 Golf Bravo.
I hear you loud and clear.
Roger, thanks. Cleveland Center, Marchetti, November 17 Golf Bravo at Kilo Bravo, Kilo Lima, looking for a VFR departure eastbound. Correction, westbound.
So Emma is actually in Chicago Center. If I read this, if I'm reading my...
November 7-1 Golf, November 17 Golf Bravo, sir. Stand by.
Emma's actually in Toronto, but I don't think we'll get Toronto. So
and November 7-1 Golf Bravo. Lakefront altimeter 2930, runway 6 right, taxi via Golf.
Let's go again.
6 right via Golf, 17 Golf Bravo, thanks.
Check the flight radar 24 into Chicago as well. Make sure that's still landing the way we expect it to.
Air share 67, descend and maintain 3,000, proceed direct Beetle.
I'm maintaining 3,000. Can I get a quick vector for Beetle, air share 67?
Air Share 67, currently fly present heading and join the localizer, runway 6 left localizer.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, everything's still landing.
Yeah, you're present
center,
heading,
so
join the localizer.
I'm gonna go ahead and
6 off there,
keep that.
67.
So let's do the
November 17 Golf Bravo, wind
approach.
310 at 14, runway 6 right, clear for takeoff.
Take off 6 right, November 17 Golf Bravo.
10 center. Rudder. Not exactly sure where the transition is. How are we doing out here? Are we in the soup? No, we're not. All right,
and
so
74 and 475. Welcome to Detroit. You can taxi the parking via Alpha.
maybe I'll put in the full transition Gibbons, which is way out here, 20 miles out. So we could put that in just so we have a long sort of runway to get there. I don't think it's necessary. I think we can turn it and hit a Rudder at 4,000 feet. So yeah, I think as long as we descend down 4,000 feet, get us down to 4,000 feet as soon as we can, I should be able to make this a loop here. And I think that is what it's got, right? So Rudder, 4,000 feet, yeah. So I think this is actually going to work.
Delta 2124, expect the ILS runway 3 right approach.
So as long as we pass a Bambi.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Delta 2124, expect the ILS runway 3 right approach.
Expect that 3 right, and we're on the wrong arrival for that front.
Yeah, so here's Bambi. So we'll go ahead and take Bambi, circle around to Rudder.
Shall we program for the Cougar?
Alright, so maybe, yeah, you know what, maybe I'll go ahead and program the full arrival in, and then if we get vectored out, that's easier to do. So let's go ahead and
November 7 Whiskey Tango, can we turn left for the localizer?
And November 7 Whiskey Tango, turn left heading 260, join the localizer cross Pope, the about 1,003rd ILS runway 23 approach.
There we go. And so we'll have this.
Okay,
basically, we'll visual ourselves at Bambi.
Assume
Assume we don't have ATC. And then we'll just go ahead and dial it down as soon as we get to 4,000 feet. We'll turn it as soon as we can. So
Air Share 67 cross Beetle at or above 2,900, clear the ILS runway 6 left approach.
yeah, maybe we don't.
Cross Beetle, 2,900,
clear
for the ILS 6 left approach, Air Share 67.
But especially since we don't have it, let's go ahead and go through it that way.
So 2124, any chance for 2-1 left?
Perfect.
So 2124, expect the ILS runway.
Alright, so yeah, so we'll go ahead and do this, and I'll vector myself in from Bambi once I get down to 6,000 feet.
Negative, I didn't give you that, stand by.
Alright, some controversy here, it sounds like. We do have a ways to go, so we're in no rush.
So
We're still in plan mode here, that's why it's not popping off. Okay.
Center American 2218, can we deviate to the left? We are heading straight to pretty south.
American 2120, American 2118, proceed as requested.
Alrighty.
Delta 2124, expect the ILS runway. Delta 2124, expect the ILS runway 2 left approach.
Many thanks. Expect ILS 2 left, 2124.
So, anyways, I'm going to just put in some couple items here. So let's see here. So let's go to our descent page. Let's go ahead and put our descent winds in. We have nothing better to do at this point. So let's see. And if anyone want to know where our descent winds are, easy. Go. I guess I can't close this easily without starting over. So I'm gonna go ahead and there we go. That's better. Fire it up this way. We do it on this screen. We can get our descent winds, which are going to be right here. So let's now we can pop that open, go to our FMC, and put them in. So let's see, we'll do 310, and those winds will be 287, 6 knots, 200. It's going to be 274, 35 knots, and 100. It's going to be 264 at 29 knots. Alright, and the
November 7 Whiskey Tango,
METAR
wind
over at
3605, runway 3, clear to land.
The METAR over in Chicago is 2968, so we'll go ahead and put that in as well. 29.68 there. So we have that. That's good to have. Right. Close that. Okay, so we got a ways to go. You know what? I can even go ahead and start putting in the radar information here for the ILS. So it's 1089. Let's make sure we are 10 center 10895.
Greenland Center, American 2218, now is able to resume course.
American 2218, roger, resume on.
And the course is 93. So let's go ahead and put those in. Those will take our, do it all now. One less thing to worry about while I make my horrible landing. Alright. Oh, forgot to release our passengers. I'm sure they would like to wander around a little bit. United.
Cleveland 790
United 790 Cleveland Center, Squawk 5771.
Squawk 5771, United 790.
Delta 2124, descend and maintain 3000. Depart Striker, heading 240. Delta 2124, depart Striker, heading 240, descend and maintain 3000.
Striker 240 heading 3000, Delta 2124.
United 790 radar contact, 56 miles west of the Carlton, VOR, welcome.
Say again for United 790.
United 790 now, 55 miles west of the Carlton, VOR, welcome.
Thank you very much, United 790.
Just said hello. No worries. People like to get freaked out whenever they get contacted by ATC. Sometimes they're just saying hello.
Yeah, 7 Whiskey Tango, welcome to Saginaw, exit right when able.
Alrighty. So
right
we're making
when
a
able,
slight left turn
report
here.
from
Go
Whiskey
ahead
Tango.
and adjust the heading bug to match that since we're making a turn in a second. Let's see how well Zibo takes this high-speed turn. High-speed, high-altitude turn. Should be no corrections. Perfect, I think. It's perfect. Hooray. Great.
American 2181, contact Indy Center now, 119.55.
Was lost for 2181.
American 2181, contact Indy Center, 119.55.
1955, we'll see you next time, 2181.
Alright. 40 minutes into our flight.
And November 7 Whiskey Tango request Charlie to the ramp.
Got another 300 miles till top of descent.
And 7 Whiskey Tango, clear across, you can taxi parking via Charlie Alpha.
To the parking via Charlie and Alpha, November 7 Whiskey Tango.
Everything looking good. I think the winds over in Chicago are pretty fierce. Let's take a look.
Alpha 362 cross Colfax at flight level 250.
Winds are the
Alpha
south-southwest.
362 cross Colfax at flight level 250.
6 knots, so I think this is standard procedures. I'm guessing if the winds pick up a little bit, they'll flip the airport, but at least on flight radar, everything's still flying, landing west to east, even though,
2124, join the localizer.
even though the winds are out of slightly out of the west, which is kind of weird. But I don't know how Chicago operations work, so I'm gonna stay on top of it, just watch it. Yep, they're still showing flights coming in, landing east to west, west to east, excuse me. Yep, so everything's still looking to land 10 center. Yeah, so I think we're doing what we need to be doing. And we'll wait for if something needs to change, they'll tell us. Well, we'll figure it out ourselves.
Good evening, Apex 552 Heavy, flight level 350, just passing the Parkersburg, New York.
Apex 552 in New York, Cleveland Center, welcome. Air Share 67, wind at 340 at 9, runway 6 left, clear land.
Clear land, 6 left, Air Share 67.
Delta 2124 cross Dallas at or about 4,000 per the ILS, runway 21 left approach.
Dallas at or about 4 now, cleared ILS 21 left, Delta 2124.
And November 7 Whiskey Tango, thanks very much for control. Have a good evening.
Couple bumps and bumps here, it looks like. Straight headwind.
Clifton Saitek, afternoon, United 451 with you, 400.
Cleveland Center, Canadian 713, good evening. Okay, 2 aircraft checking in at once. First aircraft, go again.
United 451 with you, flight level 400.
United 451, Cleveland Center, welcome. Cleveland Center, Canadian 713, copy, IFR to Kilo, Charlie, Victor, Golf. Kennedy Express 713, clearance on request, stand by. Cleveland Center, roger.
Still not quite sure what I'm supposed to do here. Since I'm assuming that's like coming. Since I am not, I guess it's giving me
Rouge 1713, Cleveland Center, welcome.
Well, this has a descent calculated.
1713, turn left heading 310, vectors for sequence, vectors for spacing.
It's a pretty sharp dive, but you know what? Let's trust the process until we're told differently.
Left heading 310, vectors for spacing.
Seems like this PAPI 180 is the restriction that it's trying to gun for.
2124. Wind 130
sure
at 5, runway 21 left, clear land.
2 left, clear land, 2124.
Like in a, seems pretty high to be at 18 at 0. Especially if I need to get down to 6,000 feet here. But like I said, let's see what happens. Let's trust the process and go from there.
Delta 362, contact New York Center 125.32.
We're going to 125.32, Delta 362.
Rouge 1713, traffic no factor, resume on navigation.
Back to navigation, 1713.
Air Share 67, welcome to Cleveland Hopkins, exit right when able.
Exit right when able, Air Share 67.
Rouge 1713, are you joining the Ling 9 arrival at Oxman or Wozy?
Stand by.
Air Share 67, you can taxi the parking via November Lima Kilo crossing way 6 right.
November Lima Kilo cross 6 right, Air Share 67. Thanks for service.
Cleveland Center, America 4931.
Kennedy Express 713, I have not forgotten about you. I'm a little bit busy. Stand by.
Good afternoon, Cleveland Center, American 331, flight level 320.
Air Canada 3, or American Correction, American 331, Cleveland Center, welcome.
Cleveland Center, good afternoon. American 4931, passing for level 225.
American 4931. Roger. American 4931, squawk 5745.
5745 for 4931.
Delta 2124, welcome to Metro. You can exit right at Juliet and exit parking via Juliet Yankee. Are you heading to North Terminal?
Juliet, Yankee, and nope, where's the Max America 2124?
Well, you can exit parking via Juliet, Kilo.
Well, actually, like, the south side to, like, Uniform or Quebec would be great.
Alright. Oh, Roger.
Cleveland Center, good afternoon, November 1 Southern Gulf Bravo, 2000 VFR westbound departure.
The aircraft requesting departure, currently unable to provide services, departures at your own discretion.
Thanks.
Additional aircraft at Class Delta or Class Delta airports unable to provide service at the time due to workload. Check back with me in approximately 10 minutes.
Let me look at the airport here.
Canadian Express 713, I'm working on your clearance now. Stand by.
Cleveland Center, Canadian Express 713, stand by now.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and land 10 center just to get me closer to where I want to end up. Let's see, gate.
United 751 descend via the Top Gun 1 arrival, Metro altimeter 2976.
Some people are landing 9 on left now.
Then via Top Gun and for United.
I suppose I could land 9 left, make it faster.
American 4931, radar contact 32 miles northeast of Buffalo, welcome.
Definitely some bumps now. Let's see if 9 left is any good. Let's take a look here. Approach. 9er left, 9er left. Where are you? ILS. 9er left. Could come in 9er left. Be a little faster, shorter runway, but that should be okay. Again, I'm looking at aircraft, how they're coming in, and it looks like that is another choice. So, yeah, maybe I'll fly 9er left. So it doesn't really matter which one I take. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll take 9er left. So let's go ahead and put that in. That may change our arrival a little bit. Let's see here. So I'm going to take ILS 9 left. Okay. Now let's take a look at that.
Cleveland Center, American 331, we're going to be stepping away for a little bit.
Roger, report back.
Roger, we'll report back.
Yeah, so we'll do this.
American 4931, maintain, maintain level 330 for now for traffic.
We should be able to intercept the VOR somewhere out here. So we'll come in, make this turn like this. That should get us good enough. So we'll make a 90-degree turn to the left here, and then another quick 90-degree turn. We'll come out, we'll get to about 5,000 feet, and loop it around. So once we're past Bambi, I think...
Potential aircraft, Cleveland Center is going to be closing at the bottom of the hour.
Alright, that shouldn't be a problem. So, coming in 9 left, change of plans.
Special aircraft, Cleveland Center is closing in 18 minutes.
So that is going to be 111.75. Let's go ahead and put in our new. So we'll go 111.75.
American 218, contact Boston Center 134.7.
1347, American 2218, thank you, have a great evening.
Good there. A little bit of weather coming in way off to the right of the aircraft.
Cleveland Center, Canadian Express 713. I've received pre-departure clearance and private message. Unable to change the flight plan.
Canadian Express 713, so there's no change in your routing. You're still the CAS to departure.
Say again, Cleveland Center, Canadian Express 713.
Canadian Express 713, so there's no change in your flight plan. You're still flying the CAS to departure.
Cleveland Center, Roger. Canadian Express 713.
So no Chicago Center. We'll figure it out. Hopefully not too many people are landing into Chicago. Let me look here on the VAT map. Let's see what we got going on to Chicago.
American 4937, final maintain flight 370.
Definitely have flights coming into Chicago.
Maintain 370 for
United coming from the south, just about as far as I am. So we'll see how that guy's getting on. There is a British Airways that also appears to be landing west to east. So I think we're okay. I think we're coming the way we're supposed to.
The American 4931, contact Boston Center 134.7.
Boston Center 47, have a good evening. 4921.
Yeah, skimming the top of the cloud, a little bit of bumps.
Cleveland Center, JetBlue 405, flight level 340, continue.
JetBlue 405, proceed direct Bel Air, VOR.
Direct Bel Air, JetBlue 405.
Got another 200 miles to top of descent. Should be at 42, so we're definitely gonna not get.
Good evening, Delta 1827 with the flight level 340.
It's Toronto.
Delta 1827, Cleveland Center, welcome.
Cleveland Center, good afternoon. Southside November 17 Golf Bravo at Kilo Bravo, Kilo Lima. Looking for an IFR to Toledo, please.
November 17 Golf Bravo, Cleveland Center, clearance time request, stand by.
Alright, as we cross Ron's here, I'm just going to check how our fuel burn is relative to a sim brief. So Ron's, according to this, we should be...
Cleveland Center, Rouge 1713 is approaching top of descent.
Rouge 1713, descend to maintain 17,000, Toronto, altimeter 2972.
9.8. Well, we're actually way ahead of schedule on the fuel burn, so I guess maybe I didn't burn as much.
Descend to maintain 17,000, then copy altimeter.
November 17 Golf Bravo, clear to the Toledo Airport, radar Richard Scoot, and filed. Maintain 1,000, expect flight level 2001 this after. And departure with me, squawk 5720.
Cleared to Toledo, radar vector 14,000 and 200 for this after. Budget to see squawk 5720 for Cessna, November 11 Golf Bravo.
November 7 Golf Bravo, read back is correct, pushing study discretion, correct runway 6 right for departure, lakefront altimeter 2980, call for taxi.
980, we'll call you for the taxi, 17 Golf Bravo, thanks.
And 7 Golf Bravo, fly runway heading, wind 050 at 10, runway 6 right for takeoff. AVX 552, contact New York Center 125.32.
2532, AVX 552, heavy.
Rouge 1713, leave my airspace to the north. Toronto Center is closed. Frequency change approved, eh?
Copy, leaving airspace. Frequency change approved. Thanks and good night.
Central Aircraft New York, our Cleveland Center is closing in 10 minutes.
Alright, well, we're going to lose Cleveland Center, but that's okay.
17 Golf Bravo, ready for taxi, 6 right.
And 7 Golf Bravo, oh, you jumped, runway 6 right, taxi to 6 right.
I see 6 right, 17 Golf Bravo, thanks.
And 7 Golf Bravo, my apologies, I hit the wrong button, reset transponder, squawk 5710.
5710 in the box, 17 Golf Bravo, thanks.
Delta 798 is in Akron Canyon Regional, ready to copy IFR clearance to Newark.
Delta 798, Cleveland Center, clearance and request, stand by. Delta 798, clear to the Newark Airport, radar vectors Youngstown, VOR, then is filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 29010 minutes after. Departure with me, squawk 5775.
Clear to New York radar vectors Youngstown, then is filed. Maintain 5,000, expect 29010 minutes after. Departures with you, squawk 5775, Delta 798.
Delta 798, readback is correct, pushing starting discretion, expect runway 23 for departure. Canton altimeter 2979, call when ready for taxi.
23 will call 798.
And 7 Golf Bravo, fly runway heading. Wind 050 at 10, runway 6 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 6 start, we'll fly runway heading, 17 Golf Bravo.
Still cruising right along. Not a lot of excitement going on here. As it should be. We still have a good 20 minutes till top of descent, give or take. A few bumps here and there. Not too much to see. Nice. Great day for flying.
And 7 Golf Bravo, leaving center radar contact, Honda maintains level 200.
I'm just level 200, 1 Golf Bravo.
And 7 Golf Bravo, turn left heading 240, direct to Cooch enable.
Left heading 240, direct to Cooch enable, 1 Golf Bravo.
Special aircraft, Cleveland Center is closing in 5 minutes. United 1180, descend, maintains up to 340.
Down to 340, United 1180. Alright, being asked to get down to 340, so we'll go ahead and do that. Not sure why, that's fine. Let's do a easy descent down to 340 here. That's not an easy descent. Let's go ahead and set that at 1,500 feet a minute. Slight descent here.
Cleveland Center, Canadian Express 715. Should I still be standby?
Canadian Express, your clearance is valid, sir. Are you ready to taxi?
Cleveland Center, Canadian Express 715, ready to taxi.
Canadian Express 713, runway 6 right, taxi via Lima.
Cleveland Center, Canadian Express 713, taxi via Lima to runway 6 right.
1,000 to go.
United 431, expect the ILS runway 6, camera correction, expect the ILS runway 21 right approach.
hold here at 340. I'm going to go ahead and reprogram
Central aircraft, Cleveland Center is closing in 2 minutes.
cruise altitude at 34,000 feet.
United 790, descend and maintain flight level 350.
Alright,
maintain
there,
flight level 350, United 79.
And we are good. Let's go ahead and set here also for 34,000.
JetBlue, our correction, November 7 Golf Bravo, radar contact lost. United 1190, leave my airspace to the west. Chicago Center is closed, frequency change approved.
Alright, have a good one. United 1180. Good day.
JetBlue 405, contact Indy Center 119.55.
Alright, looks like we're done with ATC, so we're going to go ahead and go over to Unicom.
JetBlue 405, contact Indy Center 119.55.
We are on Unicom. We're going to assume Chicago Center is not coming online. I am down at flight level 340. We've recalculated. I'm going to check, as we get a little closer to the top of the center, I'm going to check one more time the what's going on in Cleveland, in Chicago. Aircraft still landing west to east, so I'm going to stick with it. Yeah, no way, no reason to switch it. So let me just check some of these other aircraft coming in. This is a CRJ, this is a 737-9, yeah, so we're Airbus 321, yeah, so no problem coming in 9 left. Everybody else is coming in 9 left. We're coming in 9 left. We got it. No ATC, you know, it's obviously we probably wouldn't be coming down at this. We'd probably be given much more direct instructions on our way down. We're supposed to be at M at 320. We're at 340. That's not too bad. And then we were supposed to be, according to this at least, at we don't need this one anymore. We're coming at 9 left. So, according to this, we don't need to be at PAPI at 18,000. This tends to insist that we need to be at PAPI at 18,000. Oh no, there you go. So I guess that just happened to be what it is. So, alright, I think we're good. Then we're just going to go ahead and fly it on down. Take the approach as we get it. Check the METAR at Chicago. Winds are coming basically from the southwest, 6 knots, so more of a crosswind than a big tailwind. So yeah, I suppose this is how they do it, and that's fine. I know nothing about, very little about how Chicago does its flight path. Hopefully we have some clear weather as well, so we can see some stuff on the ground. on this map yet? Not quite yet. Oh, there we are. Yep, here we're coming in. Alright. Well, looks like we get a little bit of a view now. A couple holes in the clouds. I am going to go put this through the tool, if only because I'm always a little leery about landing on these short runways. It's probably going to be a flaps 40 landing, given that it is one of the shorter runways at Chicago. But you know, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the tool here and make sure we're on the same page. So, a landing performance, KORD. I'm going to grab the weather. We're actually going to land 9 left. Bit of a, it's only a small headwind component, and let's see, we are expected landing weight right now of what? So we are at 133.1, and we are still looking to burn off another 1.4 tons of fuel, so it'll be 132.1, 132, so let's call it, go ahead and call it 132,000 pounds. So what will that, let's see what that gives us. So if we put us in at 132,000 pounds, oh, it's actually allowing a flap 30 approach into 9 left, which seems a bit aggressive. I may do flaps 40. I don't think I really don't think it can land like this. This doesn't seem right to me. 9 left is a pretty short runway. Give it a shot. We'll have to. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do flaps 40. I think that's just a little bit safer. Especially because I'm pretty bad at getting the plane on the ground, so I want to make sure we have plenty of runway. Maybe we'll try flaps 30. You know what? Let's be brave. We'll do flaps 30. Auto brake 3. That'll be what we use to make up for it, and let's hope for the best. Unicom is at least showing traffic coming in 9 left as well. Let's see, where are we on top of descent here? We've got another 60 miles. All right. Step away for just a few minutes. I'm back. What are we doing here? Pretty good. So we'll do flaps 30. No big deal. Try our best. Auto brake 3 though for sure, just so we can, in case we float it a little bit or do something else terrible, we will see what we can do. I'm going to also disconnect autopilot, assuming we've got decent landing conditions. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect autopilot at around 1,000 feet, hand fly down as much as I can. Try to get a little better at hand flying, since I'm terrible at it. See how it goes. How are we doing here on top of descent? 40 miles to go. So it should be popping in any second now. Check, make sure it's on this side. Can't see anything on this side. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we have top of descent over here. Looks like we're coming in over Lake Michigan. I think that's Lake Michigan. Lake Erie, Lake Michigan. Top of descent's coming in. I'm also going to get our minimums in there as well. Oops. What is our minimums here? We are now coming in 9 left, right? Okay, so today our minimums are 868 feet. So let's go ahead and punch that in here. 868. Oops. 868. Top of descent coming in. Well, we're going to go ahead and dial it down to 4,000 feet. Let's just get it all the way down there. There's no reason. We're not giving. We have no one to stop us. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it all the way down to 4,000 feet, which is actually the glide slope intercept height for the, I believe. Well, you know what? I want to check. So yeah, well, it's actually all the way at 2,300 feet. So let's just make sure we have this in here. So we want to be Doogie at 4,000. What's actually in the? We have Bambi, Doogie. So yeah, okay, we have Doogie at 4,000 feet. So let's go ahead and put in 4,000 feet. Yeah, okay, there it is, 4,000 feet. So we're gonna hit Doogie at 4,000 feet. Should be perfect. So we will be getting vectors around this way. I'll vector myself, excuse me, around this way. Bambi is somewhere up here. I'm gonna go out and make 2 lefts, intercept, hopefully somewhere in here between, well, we won't see Ilum, but somewhere between Ilum and Doogie. Call it a day. Alright, approaching top of descent. Go ahead and configure here, or get the set. So 132.4, we're going to use up another 0.7 tons of fuel, so that'll give us to 131.7. It's expected landing weight. We'll go ahead and do that, and we are set. VREF is set, so 147 on the VREF. Coming in, usually around here, I bring my range down. Start our descent really quick here. Get on the PA system. Let them know that we're coming down pretty soon.
Gentlemen, as you can see, we are descending. Seatbelt sign is on. If you happen to be up and about, please return your seat. Keep your seatbelt fastened for the remaining flight.
We'll turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. We're going to let VNAV do it itself. We're not going to give it a little bit of a head start. Let's see how it goes. We'll type a message on the on Unicom just to see, make sure no one else is doing something stupid on 9 left. Make sure people are kind of out of the way, or know that we're landing east to west, or west to east, excuse me. All right, here we are, landing top of descent. So let's let them know we're descending the, what's this star called? Windy? I think that's what it's called. Windy 9. Windy with a Y. Alright, just let everybody know we're coming down. Good, idle descent, maintaining speed, 3,000 feet a minute, a little bit steep, but certainly nothing too terrible. Let's take a look. What do we have out the windows here? This looks like we're just straight over the lake, I assume. We don't see much land. Alright, passing 30,000 feet, we'll go ahead and adjust the heading bug up. Go ahead and arm the speed brakes just to get them in position, just in case. That's actually a really good descent, 2,500 feet. Looks like everything's working the way we want it to. Yeah, let's see where we are. I don't really. Oh yeah, so we're directly over the lake here. Exactly why we have nothing to see. We're coming over the top. We're going to come in this way and then circle around. Go ahead and set our auto brake now. Why not? Let's get the weather in Chicago. Let's get this, just put it in there now. 2974. Let's get that in there now. 2974, perfect. So we're passing 26,000 feet, flight level 260. Slightly over speed, not a big deal. Let's make sure we've got the 250 speed transition. Yep. Bambi. We do not, but by here I'll be maintaining speed myself, so I'm not quite sure why it has this speed increase here. But as we get closer to Kirk, I'll make sure we get ourselves down to 250 as soon as we can. So yeah, once we get close to 10,000 feet, I'll probably go ahead and just speed intervention and get us down. Go through some clouds here. Nothing too bad yet. I'm not going to flip on the anti-ice just yet. We're coming in on Ernie. Happy. Alright, nose is pushing up just a little bit because we're re-established on the VNAV path, but so far so good. Arm is lit, which means I could advance the throttles, but since we are actually basically exactly where we want to be on speed, there's no point. Just keep going down on the idle path descent. Yeah, no additional action needed from as far as I'm concerned. And slowly, it looks like it's going to actually hit that speed really soon. So this is really good. Someone is taking 32 right. I don't even know what 32 right is. I'm not quite sure. Someone is flying that way. It's always interesting because people want to just take whatever runway they feel like taking. 32 right. I don't even see 32 right. What are they talking about? 22 right. 22 right is the exact opposite of, well, I guess you could take off 22 right, but not exactly sure why you would. I think it's yeah, I don't even oh, so it's an airport. Is it a runway that doesn't exist? I don't even see 32 right on this airport. I'm not even sure what they're looking at. Thought maybe he meant 22 right, but anyways, oh, we are in standard, so I'm going to go ahead and set our altimeters. Niner 74. Losing a little bit of speed, but that's because when we switch the altimeters, everything sort of bumped down. Looks like we actually have the needles coming in on the ILS as well, so that's good. This should be pretty straightforward then. Oh, here we come, coming into some scenery. Excellent. Look at that. There is Chicago. we're a little bit below the commanded speed, but you know what? That's actually fine. We have to get down to we have to be at 250 anyways once we get to flight level 10,000. So there's no need to try and get ourselves back up to 287. So I'm not particularly worried there. Let's confirm we've got the ILSs set correctly. So this is great. Let's turn this off. So confirm 111.75, 111.75, 111.75, and we have courses at 93 cents. So we're good. Making our turn here for really what is a downwind leg. I'm going to go ahead and start dialing speed back. Work our way down to 4,000 feet. Hey, there's Chicago. There is O'Hare. So we are now making our downwind turn, or downwind leg. Go ahead and drop the range here so we can see where we're going. Do need to get down to 24 to 220 to 4,000 feet. So, and we're making good time to get down there. Going down 1,500 for 10,000 feet. We're going to go ahead and get some lights on here. Yabu is the ILS. It hasn't kicked in here because I think I'm a little too far wide of it, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go on heading select, keep going, heading 273. Go ahead, direct to Bambi. ILS is coming in, so we do have the ILSs, but we need to lose a little bit more altitude before we hit it. So drop the speed to 220. We're going to maintain a VS of minus 1,000 feet. Get ourselves down to close to 4,000 feet. Don't have to be exactly 4,000 feet because, as you can see, we still got a ways to go. So if we get all the way down to 4,000 feet, we're going to to miss it. So let's go ahead at 1,300 feet. So I think at around 5,000 feet, I'm going to start making the turn. Just a little bit, so I know where we're going. I'm going to go ahead and put Doogie as the sort of, once I pass Bambi, then I'm going to make Doogie our next waypoint as we get to around 5,000 feet. We should be good to go. Yeah, so there we go. So we're actually catching up to the glide path now. And then I'm going to make a turn to the turn heading left to 180. So we're heading directly south. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Drop the speed to 210. I'm going to go ahead and put Doogie in as, oh, it is the next waypoint, so as we make this turn, it should come in as sort of how we want to intercept this this next waypoint, coming in on around 4,000 feet.
1,000 to go.
Go ahead and put that back to 1,000 feet a minute descent. Alright, gonna go ahead and make another turn. Left 120. Caught left 110, and we should be able to intercept it. According to the charts, let's see, you should be able to capture it at Islam. So I should be coming in. So I should be. Oh, there it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and arm Vorlock. That'll get us sort of lined up with the ILS. 210 knots. This is good speed to come in at this rate. As soon as this diamond comes down, we'll go ahead and arm approach. Looks like we've got some storms over here to the south. We have a huge headwind, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to land. Tailwinds. I don't know how I'm supposed to land this. You know what? I'm going to check the weather really quick here, because this is going to be really bad. It says winds 3 at 0, so the wind should be coming from the south. Not sure why the winds are showing something different here. I don't know if the winds are going to change or if something else is going to happen, but this is going to get out really messy if I have to land into this. The winds must be swirling or something is off in the and now says the winds are 280, so I don't know if I need to go around because the winds have turned or just take my chances. Short answer is I'm probably just going to take my chances, but I'm going to go ahead and run the approach, and we're on our way down. Let's go ahead down speed 180. Flaps 1, flaps 2. Flaps 5. big crosswinds. This is it's gonna be fun. Okay, let's go with flaps 10. And get ourselves down to VREF speeds. Still coming in pretty fast. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the gear. Alright. We're configured. The winds are pretty strong crosswind. Let's see how this looks here from the inside. Yes. Definitely crabbing it in. You can see there's a runway. This is how my nose is pointing.
1,000. 1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
All the lights are on. Let's go ahead and just continuous. Alright, this is going to be adventures and landing. Here we go.
$400.
Okay.
300. 200. 100.
Flight slow.
Okay, we are way high, that's okay.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oof. Oh no! Oh no! That's not what we want.
80 knots.
That's not what we wanted. Ah! Alright, well, I think I'm somewhere in Chicago here. Yeah, look at me. It's a crosswind landing for you. Holy crap, that was terrible. Alright.
If you are connecting, please check the United app on your mobile device or to the airport display for up-to-date flight status and gate information. On behalf of United, our airlines partners,
Wow, that was crazy.
we hope you had a pleasant experience, and we look forward to setting you again on another United flight.
Yeah, Gus just picked up there at the very last minute. Basically threw my aircraft off to the... It dipped. There's a massive acceleration there, and then bad things happened. Well, we're here. Yeah, that wind was not what I expected. I think it flipped also. It went from 280, and then it went to 30 knots from the, and then went 14 knots from the south. Seemed like it hit a wall of wind, sheared me off to the right, to the left, and here I am. Well, that's why it's not the real thing, and it's okay. Alrighty, well, we have somehow made it, almost in one piece. I'm going to go ahead and taxi this thing all the way down. flaps up. Get the speed brakes up. Go ahead and turn off some lights here. Keep the taxi lights on. Starts to continuous.
Flight 10, please be seated for departure.
Back to steady. TA on the ground. Go ahead and turn the weather radar off. Auto brakes off. Transponder set. We're going to go to gate Bravo 12, wherever that is. So that is, oh, right on that main concourse there. Okay, so we just need to go, oops, straight down on this. Flight directors off. No one's taking off on 2-2 as far as I can tell. This is not a runway. I don't know what this is. Look. Nobody. Let's start up the APU. Taxi. Let's see. Oh, there we go.
Disarm door survival, cross-check and standby for all call.
We made it somehow. Certainly not our finest landing by far, but it's what it is. And we made it. Welcome to Chicago. Alright. All set. Good flight. Have a good day.